Welcome to another Cyber.org instructor tutorial. I'm Tessa with Cyber.org, and I'm excited to take you through this middle school activity using the Cyber.org Cyber Range. Today, we're using digital forensic tools to clear up some comic confusion by determining whether a file is malicious without opening it. Before diving into the exercise, let's set the stage. One of your students does a lot of online gaming, and a fellow gamer sent him a file containing a comic she thought he would enjoy. But when he opened the folder, it appeared that there was more than one comic in the file. With cybersecurity knowledge and some forensic tools from this lesson, you'll help your student decide which is the correct file. To do this, we'll be using Binwalk, an open-source tool for analyzing and extracting data from files. It will also list any known file types it finds within a file. Let's get started. Log into the Cyber Range at apps.cyber.org. Once you're in, fire up the Kali Linux VM. The VM can take a few minutes to load, so it's advisable to have it loaded up before getting to this part of the activity. When your VM has loaded, open a terminal by clicking the black box in the top left corner. To navigate to where the files are located, type the command cd space course files / range activities / comcon and hit enter. Then list the files by typing ls space -lh. Hit enter. All of the comics are in the same folder, so we don't need to repeat the next command with every file. Just type file space asterisk and hit enter. This gives us basic information about all the files at once. Note that this command lists Comic 2 as an executable file and Comic 6 as an ASCII text file. Now we will use Binwalk to see if any known file types are hidden within each file. To check, type binwalk space asterisk, hit enter. Notice that Binwalk had additional information for almost every file, but came back with none on Comic 6. To discover more about Comic 6, let's use another Binwalk option to perform a hex dump on it. It will show us a textual representation of the computer data expressed in a hexadecimal, giving us more detailed information. Use the command binwalk space -W space comic_6.pdf and hit enter. You should see that this isn't the comic you're looking for. Now, let's say your student has told you that he's reached out and gotten a response from his gamer friend about which file to open. We'll check his email. Fire up the web server with webserver_start. Hit enter. Don't close your terminal window, but open Firefox. In Firefox, type in localhost /checkemail.txt to see the email response. You'll see in the email that your student's friend used the SHA-256 checksum to identify the right file. The next line in the email is what the checksum of the correct file will look like. A checksum, also called a file hash or digest, is a string of characters that are unique to the file it is applied to. If any change is made to a file, its hash becomes completely different. This is what makes the hash useful for verifying data integrity, provided you trust the source of it. Since we know what checksum to use, go back to the terminal window. Use the checksum by typing SHA-256 SUM space asterisk to check all the files. We'll compare the checksums in the terminal window to the checksum in the email. You should see that Comic 3 matches the friend's checksum. This is all we will do in the range for this lesson. Your students will then use the information they've found to answer the questions in the guided notes. Thanks for joining me for this instructor tutorial. For more like this and other free resources, be sure to check out cyber.org.